How's it, gaming? I'm Phil in the Blanks, and welcome to Castlevania Legends, the third and final Castlevania game for the original Game Boy, and probably the worst of all three of them, unfortunately. Let's just jump right in there. A little bit of story. Thankfully, it doesn't take forever to we're just going to standard mode, to go through like it did with Castlevania 2. This is the tale of a young girl's struggle to single-handedly provide Transylvania a place ruled by madness and despair with the light of hope. This is the story of Castlevania again. This is actually the first Castlevania game that has a female protagonist in Sonia. A little bit of glitchiness there. We'll talk about that in a second of why that's happening. There is a reason. There she is. Pretty good graphics. Off the bat, like that's a really, really good sprite of a character in Game Boy graphics, and then it gets really ugly really quick. Her actual sprite in game looks pretty bad, and this plays extremely. Wow, we're just starting off with bloody tears. It plays extremely similar to Castlevania: The Adventure and Castlevania 2. What was it? Belmont's Revenge, I think. Good music though, I guess. Very screechy, but that's Game Boy. But yeah, no, this game came out fairly late. It was 97, so it was not a Game Boy Color game, but it did come out for the Super Game Boy, which I am playing on right now, as you can see from the border there. Now, this is actually one of the few Castlevania games I do not actually have in my collection. It is extremely rare and pretty expensive, so I do not have it, so I am unfortunately emulating, and I was surprised how sort of frustrating it is to get Super Game Boy emulation working. I did get it working, but you'll see some color glitches later on in the game that last for about a full level. You'll see what I mean. It doesn't really impact the game all that much, but unfortunately this game did not get a color remake the way the first two Castlevania games did, where they were ported to like the Castlevania or like Konami collection or whatever for the Game Boy Color. This one was apparently so disliked by Konami, or the producers of Castlevania, the directors or whatever, that this is considered non-canon and is like never referenced ever. Like the other two Game Boy Castlevania games are actually also on the Castlevania collection for like the PlayStation and Switch and all that. This one's not. They really just want people to forget this one. And I mean, like, look, it's not great, and I think it's the worst one of the three on the Game Boy. But, like, it's not that much worse, right? Like, it's still just a Game Boy Castlevania game. My big problem with it is it's insanely easy. Like, really, really easy. The other Castlevania games for Game Boy aren't all that difficult either, other than, like, a boss or two. Namely, you know, Dracula at the end. This one is just bonkers simple. It's very annoying in that sense. It's probably the easiest Castlevania game I've ever played in my life. So, whee! Hold down the button just to slide down the rope. It is kind of cool in the sense that there are secrets in this game that affect the ending. In every level, there is a secret relic that you can get, and the relic is actually one of the classic Castlevania sub-weapons, like the axe and the cross and the holy water, that sort of thing. But you don't use them as sub-weapons. The sub-weapons you actually gain from the bosses, sort of like Mega Man, and you can toggle between them, which is kind of interesting. So in other words, for level 1, you have nothing. You are bare bones, you're just Sonia with your fire whip, and the fire whip is permanent, which is great. So, it all leads up to it being easy. And one of the reasons why the sub-weapons make it easy when you get them is that one is straight up just healing. Go down there, by the way, you will fall into a trap. Yeah, it's very basic. The 90s had almost too many Castlevania games, and I really don't think there needed to be 3 Game Boy ones. Now, the 3 Game Boy Advance ones, that's very different. We're basically still, like, pre-Symphony of the Night Castlevania on this channel. We haven't really done one after that. I mean, I guess I did the Adventure remake. That was the first Castlevania game I played on this channel. But every Castlevania game, up until Symphony of the Night, would follow, you know, the pattern of you have a couple levels, and it's a very straightforward left to right defeat Dracula, you know what I mean? It wasn't until Symphony of the Night, and to a lesser extent Castlevania 64, where they tried different things and really changed what Castlevania is. And we've been going through the classics a lot, kind of in preparation for Symphony of the Night. We're almost there. We're almost there. That might frustrate some people. It's like, why does he have to play these bad Castlevania games? Just the way I am. There's the axe. That's the first hidden item, the hidden relic, or whatever you want to call it. Collection item. There we go. So you need 5 of them. And you need to actually go through a secret level in order to get the last one, which is kind of cool as well. So if you notice me like taking one path over the other, it's probably because I'm getting a relic. So we skipped past the rope earlier, and we're just going to go back and go on that rope. But yeah, I'm trying to think of all the Castlevania. Jeez, that was close. Castlevania games we've played. So we've played Castlevania 1, Castlevania 2, Castlevania 3, the Japanese version, which is much better. Supple supple Castlevania 4. We've played Bloodlines, Castlevania Bloodlines for the Sega Genesis, and we've played the 3 Game Boy ones. It's quite a lot. And we played the remake of the first Game Boy one, which was for the WiiWare, which was a very fun game, which probably could have been a Quickie, but that was before I did Quickies on the channel. We're also playing Castlevania Dracula X this year. It will be on October 31st, it'll be on Halloween. And after that, really, there's, in my opinion, only one more Castlevania game worth doing, like, a major playthrough of before Symphony of the Night, and that is Rondo of Blood, which will definitely be next year. There's still other Castlevania games. There's, oh geez, there's like Castlevania Chronicles, which was like a kind of reimagining of Castlevania 1 for the PlayStation 1, which like no one's ever really heard of, and it's where the redheaded version of Simon Belmont comes from. There's also like, I think it's called Haunted Mansion or Haunted Castle or something like that, which is one of the arcade Castlevania games. Then there's I think the MSX version of Castlevania. There are a lot of Castlevania games, and a lot of them most people do not know about. Ah, damn, I jumped for it and didn't even swing my whip. I'm pretty sure that's like a 1-up or something. Or maybe a turkey, but I guess I really didn't need it. We're approaching the first boss anyways, and it's fairly simple. The levels in this game I find are fairly lengthy, which is, again, a little frustrating. It doesn't need to be that long, but it's easy enough that it really does not matter all that much. But yeah, no, like I was saying, there's a lot of Castlevania games. It's a shame that the last Castlevania game, I'm legitimately trying to think of the last Castlevania game. Was it honestly Lords of Shadow 2? Like, really, was it? No, there was, what was it, Mirrors of Fate for the 3DS? Was that the last one? God, that's so long ago. The problem is, Castlevania, unfortunately, now is doomed to be one of those, damn it, Contra-esque games where they won't be willing to put a large budget behind it. They're more than willing to just make it a small downloadable title. Now, apparently for Contra it actually worked out. Apparently Operation Galuga's really, really good. So, hey, you know what? That might mean something. But the last time they tried to make a big game they made was at Hardcore, and it was absolutely terrible. And I don't know, it's one of those, it's like Mega Man, where it's like, are we going to try to enter the 21st century with Mega Man games, or are we just going to make, well, right now they're making nothing. Last game came out in 2018. But like, even Mega Man 11, the newest Mega Man game, didn't stray far from the Mega Man thing. It's still just a 2D game with 8 robot masters. And, like, I get it, you're scared to move on to what could be next for that franchise, but then they're gonna be dead. You look like Batman with Wolverine's, like, cowl. Oh yeah, pressing, I totally forgot that. Pressing B&A activates, like, hyper mode or whatever, and I can kill the bosses super easy and I'm invincible. It's so funny. I totally forgot about mentioning that until the boss was there. Hey, dead. Yeah, I totally forgot. That little bar down there is not your boss life. It's your, like, hyper mode. And you're just insanely powerful. And all you have to do is just hold on to it for the boss. Because you can't use it more than once. I think it's once per level or once per life or something. But yeah, again, makes it easy. Oh, I got my first sub-weapon. It looks like a tornado, but actually, weirdly enough, it is the time stop mechanic. It's the clock. Don't know why that it's a tornado. It's somewhat useful. I mean, we have a stupid amount of hearts right now. Your hearts stay with you from level to level. So using your stuff is not really that big a deal. Even the healing is, I think, only 20 hearts. So it's not a lot. But yeah, no, I kind of go back on my little rant before. I feel like Castlevania is unfortunately in that part where if they do make a new Castlevania game, it'll be a download only. It'll be way too expensive for a download. It'll still be like $50 Canadian, and it'll last like 20 minutes, and it'll be maybe very good, but it won't sell very well. I don't know. If anything, at this point, the Bloodstained games are Castlevania game, and as fun as they are, they're also not really moving the goalpost anywhere. They're just kind of doing what they've been doing, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. We played the Circle of the Moon this year, and that was a really fun game, and more of an homage than anything else. But the main Bloodstained game is definitely just Symphony of the Night again, and again, that's not really a bad thing. Just I really would love to see what would have been next for Castlevania game if it had been good. I had never played the Lord of Shadow game more than like a few minutes, and I didn't dislike them. So I don't know what the big problem was. Maybe I'll sit down and play them one of these days, but I don't know. I always thought it'd be cool if Konami got together with From Software, and you easily could make a Castlevania Souls game. Now it's too late, I find, for that. Souls has become its own massive subgenre, and so many game companies try to just basically do it themselves that making Castlevania game a Souls game would be very like, oh, they're just whatever, it's just copying this, and they're just trying to jump on the fad. They had jumped on that when like Dark Souls 1 was still new-ish and like got together with From Software. It would have been really unique, but nope. Never mind, I guess. I guess now Vampire Survivor is adding even more Castlevania stuff to its game, which is pretty cool. I'm not against that. I did buy Vampire Survivor finally, but I haven't played it yet. But from what I've heard, it's like the best thing to happen to Castlevania game in a long time. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna go over here and climb up. Nor to the right. Just gonna keep going. Those skulls are terrifying. They're almost like boos from Mario. Oh, well, there you go. Try to get this one this time, though. Ooh, got the one up, at least. I would have rather had the drumstick, but whatever. Up, up, up. Up, 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 all the way up. There we go. Heart. Heart over there as well. We got the clock, another of the collection items. 2 down, 3 to go. We just kind of fall down. Well, that didn't work exactly how I wanted it to. I hate that I'll come back. Just ignore, just leave, goodbye. Oh, here we go. The falling bridge in a Castlevania. Oh yeah, it does not affect it. Yeah, I figured I'd try. Why not? Yeah, the falling Castlevania bridge is such a iconic thing, I guess. It's like having the clock tower level, right? You gotta have the gears and stuff. Though some of the other, like, smaller games definitely don't have that. It's a shame, but to me it's iconic. The color choices they chose were pretty decent. I mean, this is orange right now, and it's nothing crazy. A full-on color remake would have been really cool. The Super Game Boy doesn't really do a whole lot to add color. I think it's a shame that they, yeah, geez, get away from me. I find it kind of a shame that they didn't add unique colors for the little status menu at the bottom, because that's what the Super Game Boy is good for, is that, oh yeah, we'll kill this little, I wouldn't call him a mini-boss, but you gotta kill him before you can access the door above. But yeah, no, the Super Game Boy was able to add extra colors, more than just 4, but it was very limited on exactly what it could do. Like each square that it kind of split off the screen into little squares, and each square could still only have 4 colors. So a lot of times they use it for the little status part, like at the bottom of the menu here, for like Donkey Kong 94, for example, for Kirby's Dream Land 2, that sort of thing. But nope, for this one they just opted to just make it all the same, which is a huge shame in my opinion. Carol, this guy, he has very good reach. And yeah, you can't kind of attack when he's coming towards you, but he will just suddenly lunge. Yeah, oh dang, I didn't think you'd be able to get me there. That's okay. I'm doing really badly for life. I might die, oh no. I might die in this easy Castlevania game, or I might find a drumstick, because there are a lot of drumsticks in this game. We'll see. I think we're getting near to the second boss. Like I said, these levels are long, man. Ah, dang, that was so dumb of me. 2 more hits. I think there's a drumstick coming up. Yeah, I love that you have a long-range weapon in this game. It's very different for a Castlevania game. A lot of times, if you do get it, it's very limited, or requires some sort of resource. But in this, nope, there you go. You got it, man. Ah, damn. Really hoping there. Doing kind of rough here, but oh, there we go. Mine, thank you. Good halfway through life, or halfway of my life. Actually, more than half of my life back. Okay with that. We are nearing the end here. This is actually a pretty good song. It's very ballroom-esque. You know what I mean? Kind of like it. It always impressed me when companies could make really good music for the Game Boy. Because, you know, the Game Boy is very limited. Though it has pretty much the same kind of sound as the NES, almost, kind of. But it was always kind of cool when they were able to jam, put in, like, some really good jams in there. Alright, boss. Hello, big dragon. That is pretty cool, the zombie dragon. Puff your chest out there, Sonia. You're in friggin' crazy hyper mode. No damage will come from you. Or come to you, I guess. Come from you. It's definitely the point. Oh, well, now I'm getting hit. That's fine. There we go. I can't believe they added that mechanic. So weird. Thank you. Now we got bubbles. Hooray. Third level. And you can see the hidden level down there. That is clearly meant to... Actually, that's not the hidden level. That's actually just a regular level. There is another hidden level. There are 6 levels in total, basically. 5 regular ones, 1 hidden one. Damn you. And I guess this is like the clock tower, I guess. These aren't gears, but I like how you get like the chains and stuff. Kind of close, I guess. I don't know. Very vertical level. I find all the Castlevania Game Boy games had very vertical stages. Castlevania in general, though, has very vertical areas. There's a lot of climbing and towers and stuff, which does make sense. Get away from me, you. Good music here, too. Very Capcom. Capcom was another. They are just good at making Game Boy music sound fantastic, other than Mega Man 2 for Game Boy, which I actually still like the soundtrack to that game, but I understand why people don't like it. It's very shrill. Jeez, come on. Leave me be, man. Anything down here? Not really. Ah, crap. Oh boy, that sucked. Here we go. Healed myself up. 20 hearts is all it takes, and it's full. It's full health. So all you gotta do is get, 20 more hearts before your next heal, and you've got maximum infinite healing. It's ridiculous. So I don't even need to be careful anymore. I mean, I joke around. You still need to be careful to a degree. It's still a video game that requires some level of skill, but it's so easy now. That being said, I will be getting hit a lot more. The game does start like throwing a lot more enemies at you, but it's really not a big deal. Do you want that? I mean, I'm still going to take healing the normal way like I normally do. Come on, get away from me. New. Love there's no animation for her going to a different chain. Mini boss! Very cool looking, actually. Not going to waste my hyper mode. Just going to take this guy out pretty simply. I love how they put this little thing here. It just makes it really easy for me to attack him. Nope. I got hit. Oh no. Very easy. But it's still cool to have sub-bosses. Bosses are always like a big highlight of Castlevania games. Usually because they're just extraordinarily difficult, usually, so... But they're very memorable because of that. I think that's the thing with bosses, too. If they're too easy, they're not memorable. They have to be somewhat difficult. At the same time, you don't want them to be memorable for only being difficult. Like, something so brutal. I mean, unless it's like a super boss, right? Like, I don't know. I can't think of one right now. Penance from FF10. That thing's memorable, but it's because I hate it. I guess if you have them really easy, too, they're sort of memorable. Tiamat from Final Fantasy 1 is very memorable to me because it can be killed in a single hit. Which I always think is, obviously very, very funny. So, I don't know, I guess. I'm just talking out of my butt at this point, really. Get away from me. We're gonna go up here for our third relic. Don't like this area. Try to get some more hearts before I heal up. Less than half of my HP already. Yeah, but that's gonna hurt me, isn't it? Damn it. There we go. Oh, nice. Cut out the Onos. And there we go. It looks like a sword, but I'm assuming it's the knife because they're all sub-weapons from older Castlevania games. So, damn you respawning enemies, get away from me. Oh, dang. Come on, man. Ah, damn. No, no, no. I'm getting hit a lot. But, again, that's okay. I've still got 74 hearts. It's not a big deal. Damn, come on, man. Really? Kind of cool that there is a bit of exploration in the levels in this game. I mean, it's not amazing, and I think most people are gonna, you know, miss something the first time through. But it's cool that it's there. And there we go. We're at the clock tower, the gears and stuff, the iconic look of a Castlevania level. You always gotta have one. It's just weird if you don't, man. Get away from me, get away from me. Oh my god, I'm doing really badly. Heal up already. I need lots of hearts now. That's okay though. It's not gonna be that big a deal. A lot of the same enemies. The enemy variety in this game isn't super great. A lot of them are just like the little ghosties that come get you, and these guys are kind of new to this area. Or not area, but level. Which makes sense. With all the chains and stuff, it makes sense to have an enemy that's all about it. Bats, because of course bats. Why wouldn't you have bats in your Castlevania game? It's a little, you know, kiddie. The ghosts, I find, are like, look at us, spooky. It's a little silly, but that's okay. Think I'm supposed to go to the left here? I guess I'll just wait for that cog or whatever to come back. Is that really how clocks work? A little circle going slowly up and down. Yeah, I'm running out of hearts actually much faster than I thought. I went the wrong way, but I got a 1-up, so I guess... Well, I didn't even get it, so never mind. Damn. Eh. Come on, there we go. Just go through. Don't care. Don't care enough to get one candle or kill the enemies. The exit's right there. Crap. Yeah, you're very not great when you're on the chain or the vines or whatever you want to call them. Ropes. Because it's, you can't... I mean, you can't take upwards normally, but you can't really do anything with someone directly above you. This whole area reminds me of Donkey Kong Jr. The chain dance. It's just funny. No animation whatsoever. Ah, damn. Missed it. That's fine. Come here, Spooky Ghost. Oh, you're dead. You're even more dead now, Spooky Ghost, than you were. So, hope everyone's having a good holiday. I guess not a holiday. Halloween season. We are a few days away from Halloween. What are your plans? Are you going out to trick-or-treat? Are you staying home and handing out the treats to kids? Are you going out trick-or-treating but with your kids, which is what I'm doing? I'm not myself trick-or-treating. Instead, it's James and Ollie. Or are you just not doing anything? Or maybe you're going to a party with friends or something like that. I don't know. Here we go. I love the chains come up. That's actually really, really neat. And there we go. It's not actually death, I don't think. I'm not sure on that. I mean, it looks like a very, I don't know, like a Japanese-looking version of death. Because the outfit it's wearing. I don't know. Very different. But as you can see, it's a very simple boss. Yeah, it must be death. It's throwing the sickles and everything. Goodbye. Very easy. Got fire. Huzzah. Well, we went up that tower very nicely. All the verticality is gone now. It's gonna be much more horizontal. For some of the parts. This music's so good though. Jeez. But yeah, I've noticed through my analytics from YouTube that most of my viewers are around my age. They're like above 30, which I always think is really funny. You know, that makes sense, old games and whatnot. But I assume that means that most people watching are either trick-or-treating with their kids or just staying at home. But I don't know. If you're outside of my usual demographic and maybe you're like a teen or a young adult and you're out partying for Halloween, then hey, cool, have fun, stay safe. But yeah, tell me down below just what you're doing, what you're up to this October 31st. This music is friggin' rocking, holy crap. Damn. Kind of a boring color for this level. It makes sense, it's supposed to be like all, it's very towery, right? So everything's very gray. It's like a rose gray, it's kind of interesting. But it makes it very light. Get away from me, Knight in Shining Armor. You got a lot of hits, jeez. Nice, there we go. Careful of flowers. There we go, drumstick, thank you. Get away from me. No! I'm just gonna run past you. You suck. No! Good thing I've got my healing. These things remind me of something from Flock. The flowers. Some heart packs. Above 50 is definitely better. That healing. 20 hearts is not a lot, obviously, but you use it a lot. You know, it takes a while to get 20 back. Oh no, boss, mini boss, Medusa. Ah, damn, not close enough to the wall. There we go, very easy. Whoa, I love how it flies away. The head flies away. That's actually a really, really cute touch. A lot of these areas seem very similar. With the areas, it feels like we've already been through this exact room layout and stuff. That's fairly normal for some Castlevania games, I guess. Plus, I assume it helps save memory on the cartridge for a Game Boy game. Please die soon. Yeah, don't rush me. There we go. Probably a drumstick down there. Ah, it's too late now. I'm not going back. The walking speed in these games are way too slow for me to care. Ah, it's not good. Oh, didn't think I was gonna hit that. I thought I was gonna fall straight down on the spikes. Nice. Sometimes it's frustrating they just put an enemy, like, right at the end of one of these. Like, right here, like, come on. Oh, I guess that's not too bad. Oh, damn. Spoke too soon. Oh, I can't believe he didn't lunge at me. That's ridiculous. You're a dum-dum. Let's... Damn. Just in case. No. Well, you know what? I still need the hearts, but... I hope it was a drumstick. But heal up instead. Spiders are creepy. Like, legit, that's a really well-done sprite. It gives off just that kind of, like, spider tendrily legs. I don't like it. Damn. Ooh, he's coming down to get me. It's okay. Oh, he can! Jeez, I thought he'd fall down. Those hearts back. Gotta get them back. Not that it'll matter that much. Bosses are so easy because of that hyper mode. I'm gonna go up here first. The path sorta switches a little bit. Not switches, splits up a little bit. Careful. None of these, by the way, have anything except for enemies. They are all traps. Just ignore them. Whoop. Well, also... you know, platform properly. But yeah, no. Hitting those ones will make them turn into, like, bats and stuff with that, so don't want to do that. Damn. Damn, that's so dumb of me. Come on, Phil, really. Ugh, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it, man. I'm not doing super great. Mind you, I did literally one test play of this this game, like, yesterday, and I was just like, I don't need to practice, let's keep going. Which I'm actually really happy for, because I did a couple really difficult games for Halloween this year, and I'm hoping that the recordings go well, because they're very difficult. There's the holy water, the holy perfume as I usually like to call it. Here we go. Is that 4 there? Yeah, I think that's 4 now. So the axe, the watch, the holy water, and the dagger, yeah. So 4 down, 1 to go. 1 to go. I'm so glad healing's a thing in this game. It's kind of funny. Just having a Castlevania game with just straight up single button healing. I guess double button healing, because I press up and B, but... Get away from spider. Thank you. Oh, damn. Crap. It's not like you don't have a lot of hits in this game. You have quite a lot of hits. Alright, continue on. Nearing the boss, I believe. Not sure. I'm bad at gauging the length of these levels. They feel like they go on for quite a bit. This game, to be fair, in my opinion, I feel it's overly long. It's like just short of an hour. I don't know. It didn't need to be that long. 40 minutes is more than enough. Shame that the candelabra doesn't count as the candles. You just get a ton of hearts. It'd be kind of cool. Dracula X does that too, where there's a level where like obviously you're looking for candles to hit to get hearts and whatnot, and there's a level where there are candles, but like they're not the regular kind of candles, so you can't hit them for anything. It's so dumb. It's like, come on, you guys know that the candles are the item thing, so don't like if they're not for that, take them out, right? Oh, but they look different, so then they're not needed then. So you already have candles, and one suspects that they already give this area light. Sonia. I didn't think it was true, but it is you. Hello, Alucard. Jeez. Alucard. I could say the same. What are you doing here? Listen to me, Sonia. This is not a place for someone like you. But Alucard, this problem concerns only me and my father. I've come to fight the lord of this castle. I cannot let my father, Count Dracula, get away with this. I must do this for my mother, and for the world that she so dearly loved. Please understand, I'm the only one who can make amends for the sins committed by my father, and there is no reason for you to get involved in this battle. Sonia, I could not bear to lose you too. Now turn back. Are they like together? Thank you, Alucard. You're probably right. In fact, you have always made the right decisions. But I have no intention of going back now. Just as your father was granted strength from the evil deity to conquer the world, I have been granted the strength to fight your father. I will not run away. We all decide our own fate. It was you who taught me that, Alucard. All right, Sonia. Then show me this strength you believe so strongly in, for I too want to believe. Let us test this strength on me. Prepare yourself. There we go. There's the weird graphic glitch thing. For some reason, this level just suddenly becomes a garbled sort of mess of colors. It almost looks like one of those, oh, what are they called? The, like, Tiger Electronic games. Ow! Alucard, be a little bit manly with that. I had no idea you'd become so strong. Oh, Alucard. It looks like this time it is I who have learned a lesson. Alucard, did you purposely? No, Sonia. You have made me believe in your strength. Alucard, I'm so sorry. Do not trouble yourself about it, Sonia. Now I must sleep. I fear we shall not meet again. Farewell, my beloved. My beautiful vampire hunter. Yeah, so I guess I had a thing going on. Alucard. Alucard, I will never forget you. Farewell, dear Alucard. I mean, good on them for putting a, like some lore into it, I guess. So. Because this game, I think, came out the same year as Symphony of the Night. So Alucard was getting pretty popular. But yeah, unfortunately now, the graphics get a little jumbly like this. And like I said, it's just the colors, and it doesn't really affect anything. Look at that. Like, that's nothing. There's already so much white on the screen that it actually kind of looks neat. So that's why I decided to kind of keep going, because I was really worried. I was like, I don't actually own this game, and I know it doesn't actually do this on the actual Super Game Boy, so I can't play it naturally like I like to normally do. But for some reason, emulators would all do this. So I really wanted the Super Game Boy, right? Stuff on it. I could have just played it in black and white, but that's not as fun to me. So, get away, get away. There we go. Yeah, that is our new ability. It's kind of like just a long-range weapon. It's probably very strong, but I mean, I already have long-range capabilities, so it's not really worth it. Get away from me. I am probably just going to keep my healing, because that stuff's awesome. Music is really good here, too. Ah, ooh, that was close. Careful, the Dune Worm. I love how the timer looks like it gives me friggin' 10 minutes, more than 10 minutes, to beat a level. It's insane. Really goes to show how long the levels can be, but also what's the point of the timer? I've always hated that Castlevania games have timers in their levels, because it's like, what do you care if I'm taking my time? Yeah, let's heal up. Get away from me, get away from me. Just check to see if these are. They are not! I was hoping they were drumsticks. Ugh. How long can I hold out? I'm like nervous. I mean, obviously I don't have to use it until I'm on my last hit, so I really always use it a lot. Jeez, okay, fine then. I use it sooner than I always need to, but I don't know. I'm a better safe than sorry kind of guy when it comes to that type of thing. Not gonna get that. I will just hit by the spikes there. Careful the water, it will drag you away. This music is very, I don't know, like an organ in a ballroom kind of music. It doesn't really fit the cave aesthetic, but I really do like the music. Castlevania's always had good music, just rockin' soundtracks. One of my favorite parts about Sonia Belmont being added to Smash Brothers was that they gave us like 34 songs from Castlevania, and they're all incredible. Alright, take you out. I don't even know what you are, but you're very easy. Because I just sit here wailing away. There we go. Oh yeah, you move faster with that thing. I always forget about that. Because I don't really move a lot during the boss fights. And you might be wondering, Phil, why did you use your hyper mode already? And, well, my friends, you will see. This is the last level, and you'd think I'd want to hold on to it for Dracula. But we are going to enter the secret level, which means there isn't another boss for me to fight in this level until we come back after doing the secret level. Because this level itself does not have one of, damn it, have one of those ancient relics. It is in the secret level. So if I want the better ending, then I need to get to that secret level. Get away from me, bat. Jeez. Good. Ah, I did not mean to heal there. I was holding up, though. Oh, well. Just go down here. And fall down. Ooh, one up. I guess I'll take it. There we go. Secret level. Secret level. Secret level. Through the castle. Secret, 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 secret level. Yeah, the graphic glitch is still happening, but again, I think it looks really good on some of these stages. Jeez, that music is like a friggin' rush. And there's this level we will find the last holy relic, which is of course the cross. It's the only one we haven't gotten of the 5 absolute classic sub-weapons from Castlevania. Get away from me. Damn. Good. Stay away. Good, good, good. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, I've just seen a lot of the same enemies. Those spearmen look hilarious. They are, like, in my opinion, probably the worst enemy graphic in this entire game. They look terrible. I don't know what it is. It's just... It looks so... Like, there's no flair, there's no art direction. It's just entirely utilitarian as a sprite. I don't know. Might as well be a stick figure. Look at the skeletons in the background that are like tied up. Like those look great. But everything else is just very, it's very dull to look at in this game. Even the zombies look kind of dull. I'd say this is probably the ugliest Castlevania game, to be honest. Because usually Castlevania games are very good looking. Then you get to like Dawn and Aria of Sorrow. My god, the graphics in those games. Even Symphony of the Night. Just so good. 2D games on the PlayStation are so underrated. There's something about like having this powerful machine that can do 3D and still just doing 2D. Oh no! a couple of these ghosty guys. I have no idea why they did this. I can't move. I just kind of left and right. It's super weird. And there you go. Thanks, Konami. I'm glad you thought that would be fun. Ah, get away from me. Get away. Oh, that was close. That was very, very close. Go to the right. Get more Zombos. Go to the right. Oh, yeah, good. It did. I hate the amount of split paths we're starting to see, where it's like, take the upper or bottom path and one is a dead end. I'm like, cool. Just making the game go longer for no reason. There we go. There's the cross. Now we can head back. I think there's a one-up in that thing, but I actually don't know how to collect it. There's no way to jump up there. Or at least if there is, I wasn't jumping in the right spot. But now we are ready to beat the game and get the best ending. Not that it's that different, really, but it's nice to get it, I guess. I try to get the better endings when I can. I say that, but there's actually a game during this Halloween little marathon that I do not get the best ending, and it is a reason why. And I'll explain that when we play it. I forget where I'm going. Am I going the right way now? Hello, Sahagins, or whatever you guys are called, Fishmens. Careful. We're maintaining our hearts pretty well. We're kind of always hovering around the 50. So that's good at least. Am I going the right way? No, you're good. It's 2 in a row. Good for me. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. You're good. I was like, is this the boss? And I always forget you gotta sometimes get one of those weird ball things. Here we go. Very easy executioner kind of guy. Very cool looking though. Boss is definitely the best graphics. That zombie dragon looked incredible. That was so easy. You must have had very little life. There we go. And now we got the bat sub-weapon. Don't care. We're gonna go right back to healing. And now we kind of get right back to the last level. It's kind of not exactly where you were, but yeah, actually pretty much where I was. Kind of outside of the cave, back into the tower. So we kind of have to climb it up a little bit again. Yeah, a little bit of a thing. That, by the way, was the bat power. It's not a bat, but it kills everything on screen. Which is cool, and definitely worthy of being the final sub-weapon. But again, I'm like really not going to use it all that much. Actually, you know what? It might be fun just to kill the enemies that are really powerful, like right here, for example. Yeah, oh damn, really? You can take damage as they're dying. That's kind of funny. Can I kill? I must probably have to wait till it's above ground, I assume, but I also don't want to waste too many hearts, but it is kind of fun to kill the big guys. I guess if those knights are there, I'd rather use it on them, because I hate fighting the knights. Haha! Yeah, it only takes like 5 hearts. That's great. I guess I don't need to heal if I'm killing everything right away, so damn you. Yeah, music is really cool. Like I said, very ballroom. Did not mean to use that there. I'm just holding the up button. Dangerous for me to do so, I know. Get away from me. Thank you. Ah, damn it. I keep doing that. Mind you, to be honest, I would have, I'd be like out of hearts at this point. Because if I used 2 heals by mistake, then that would have really sucked. I definitely want to take these guys out. I hate fighting the armors. Wow. You really feel powerful with this. That's such a waste. It's such a waste of my hearts. I don't care. It's fun. Go away. Thank you. Down we go. For a drumstick. There we go. At least we don't need to heal thanks to the drumsticks. That's definitely good. Up we go. Onward to Dracula. There we go. You guys gonna come at me? No, you just stay there. Okay. And here we go. Dracula. Ooh, look at you. No face. You have done well, my girl. In fact, you are the first human who has come this far. I mean, not really. You have my praise. You are the Prince of Darkness. Because of you, many people have died. Many people have suffered. Oh no, my dear. I have merely done what you humans wished for, fulfilling your insatiable desires. People must fulfill their dreams with their own power. You who have been consumed by the power of evil no longer have the strength to determine your own fate. Silence! On the contrary, I am just the one to use this power, and I will be the king who rules over the entire world. Give yourself to me, young lady. There may be merit in having your power, in having your presence. My strength will only be used to protect the world. Lord of Darkness, prepare to suffer for trifling with so many lives. As you wish, girl. Then it is your fate to kneel before my power. And I don't know if He just kind of appears. He shoots some... Oh, I can't believe I got hit by that. He's very simple. Sometimes he's just in a place where you're just gonna get hit, that's fine. I'm hitting him way more than he is hitting me, so... Do not care. Great music, though. Jeez, good music. I like how there's a throne for Alucard, it looks like, too. It's kind of a neat little, extra little feature, or not feature, but, Easter egg. There we go. That was easy. Well, well, you are a worthy foe. You have lasted much longer than most. You said no one's ever made it here, man. Prepare yourself. Oh, I've just been toying with you so far, but now it's time to get serious. And there we go, the actual... Oh, geez, that's really bad looking. We get the classic Castlevania, like, is this Vampire Killer? It's either that or, Simon's theme from Castlevania 3. Anyways, yeah. Use the hyper mode. Take him out. Very simple. I like how you can kind of see the faces in the background thing, but it's still an ugly-looking thing. I don't know. We have one heal left, so I can kind of just go crazy. Careful. Nice. Good dodge. You don't really know where he's going to appear, so it's just worth just fighting. There we go. That was it. Oh, no! This cannot be! Me losing to a human? It's happened before, man. You poor man. It must be difficult to understand why you, who possess eternal life, are about to perish. Humans are granted such precious short life in comparison to yours, but in that short time we are able to love and to live for someone else. There must have been a time when you too cherished the bonds with the ones you loved. We humans are not so foolish as to throw away all of that in exchange for the power you received. There is no place in this world for the likes of you. You were already defeated when you accepted the power of the darkness. This is a talkative friggin' game. Don't let it go to your head, girl. Do you really think the likes of you can destroy me? You're a fool just as Alucard was. Listen to me. Darkness will never die out as long as there is light in the world. I am the ruler of that darkness, and I will rise again and again as long as people like you are alive. Again and again, I tell you. When that happens, someone will appear before you to take my place. If it is my fate to again be a vampire hunter, I will be ready. No, I will gladly accept that destiny. So until your soul is saved, until all the evil desires in the world are exhausted, goodbye, ruler of evil. Goodbye, O willful prince of darkness. Hey. Great graphics here. The sprite of Sonia looks fantastic. And of course, down goes Castlevania. It's iconic now, I guess, the standing at the edge of a cliff watching the castle explode. Also in Ninja Gaiden, also in Mega Man. Thus, the fear of darkness... Oh, I just noticed the colors are back to normal. Thus, the fear of darkness that continued to envelop the world was lifted single-handedly by a young girl. Yeah, the text goes so much faster in this game than it did in Belmont's Revenge. That was so aggravating. There are as many legends in the world that deserves retelling as there are stars in the night sky. But this story marks the beginning of the Belmont family legend that has been passed on through many ages, and there is not a single person now who knows when the next legendary fight between another Prince of Darkness and human will begin. Oh, so I guess this was originally the beginning of the timeline. I did not know that. Because later on, I think it was one for the PS2, where you play as Leon. Wow, my hit score. Why would you make it go up to 1 million? To 999,999. There's no way I'm going to kill that many things. Anyways, Yeah, there's a PS2 Castlevania game where you play as Leon. I think that is still canonically the earliest game in the series. But yeah, that was Castlevania Legends. Like I said, easily the worst of the 3 Game Boy ones. But it's still a shame that Konami seems to just pretend it doesn't exist and it's non-canon, and they're just like, nope, let's not re-release it. I'm the type of person where when you release collections and you release like that type of thing, it should be warts and all. You know what I mean? And to be fair, some game collections do a really good job of it. Look at Nintendo with releasing the Virtual Boy collection soon. But yeah, I think just because a game is not fondly remembered, or maybe the director just decides that it's not canon, it's like, okay, but it was still a game that existed, and I want a collection of these games. Warts and all. Don't try to erase the past of your franchise because there was one that didn't hit very well, or that kind of thing. I don't know. Like, even Square Enix, I love how they've been putting Benjamin from Final Fantasy Mystic Quest in their things lately. That's great. That's the type of thing I want to see. Like, don't forget about it, embrace it. Be like, yeah, this was a learning step. This was a mistake a little bit, but we learned a lot from this game by making it. And this is the little extra part, I think, yes. After some time, the young girl of our legend became a mother, whose child, kind of looked like Charlie Brown, would carry on the fate and tragedy of the Belmont family, and the bloodline of dark ways, a child burdened with a cursed fate. And yet this child, once content in the love of its mother, will also rise to fight courageously against the Prince of Darkness, who will return once again. No one knows which Belmont this is, but this child who one day will be praised by all the people as a hero, and yet his mother will be forgotten. That legend must be told another time. Presented by Konami. Yay! Well, I do appreciate you watching anyways. This was a bit of a longer quickie. 50 minutes, I think, for this type of Castlevania game is a little lengthy, but there we go. I hope you guys have a good Halloween time, and there are still 3 more games we're going to be playing leading up to Halloween night. So with that, I'm Phil in the Blanks. See you next level. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this episode, click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to know when the next episode is up. If you want to support my channel, share some videos with some friends and consider supporting me on Patreon.